Hi there, and happy Friday. Welcome to episode 13 of a Slice of Pie podcast. My name is Kat Loftus. This week we interview Ann Hardee. Ann is the co owner of two restaurants in Pawleys Island, Bistro 217 and Rustic Table, as well as a gift shop right next to the Rustic Table called Driftwood Mercantile. As a matter of fact, I'm wearing a sweater I purchased there yesterday. Can you see it? It's a seafoam green and little periwinkle Pawleys Island on it. They have sweaters, they have t-shirts, long sleeve, short sleeve t-shirts, caps, ball caps, and all kind of different designs. They have little gifts for children and little clothes for children and jewelry made by local artisans. A little bit of everything in there. So if you do go by and eat at one of the restaurants, or even if you just need some gifts for the holidays, go by and take a look at Driftwood Mercantile. You will really enjoy listening to Ann and the journey that she's taken throughout her career in the restaurant business. And you will also enjoy hearing from her son, Justin, who is now the manager at Rustic Table. So sit back and enjoy episode 13 of a Slice of Pie podcast. How you doing?
Hi, Kat. How are you?
Thanks for letting me come into your restaurant this afternoon. I know you're busy, but Ann is our guest on episode 13 of A Slice of Pie. And Ann is the owner of Bistro 217. I'm sure many of you have eaten here or at the neighboring restaurant, Rustic Table. So first of all, Ann, I want to ask you, where did you grow up and where did you go to school?
I was born in Washington, D.C. I grew up in Mount Pleasant. I attended Clemson.
Wow.
Yes.
I did not know that.
Yes.
Glad to hear
My
that.
blood runneth orange,
Good.
for sure.
Good.
And I met my husband in Charleston.
Russell?
Yes. He was a graduate of Johnson & Wales. And we had the passion for the restaurant industry. So we moved to Pawleys Island, then got married.
Okay.
And started the Island Cafe and Deli.
Do you remember what year that was?
That was 1988.
Okay. Had you ever worked in a restaurant before?
I had.
Okay, so you had a little bit of experience.
Yes.
Okay. So I remember that because I started dating Pat in 1990, and we would always come in here for lunch on Saturdays, and Pat wanted this big hot dog with everything on it. It was so much fun. We would always sit right there at the bar, and those were some fun.
They were great memories.
Fun times, and we didn't have a lot of restaurants here back then. So that was like one of the places to come was your restaurant. So, and another memory I have of Island Cafe and Deli is you had a great staff and the 4th of July parade.
Yes.
Y'all were always representing in the within a boat. It was always fun.
Yes.
So much fun.
Yes.
Okay, so you went on, y'all were operating Island Cafe and Deli. What was your role there?
Pretty much we did everything. You know, I'm even a hands-on owner now with my current business partner, Adam Kirby.
Okay.
And I feel like you need to be a part of your business and be present and work with your staff and your team. I think much of the success comes from that.
Okay. Would you ever get in the kitchen?
Pretty much I stay out front.
Okay.
Do I have a good rapport with all of the chefs? Yes.
Okay.
And do I get to taste most of the food? Yes.
That's good. That's always good. Okay, so you're at Island Cafe and Deli, and it just things seem to be rolling along well. And then you, Russell, get the idea to open this restaurant.
Correct, in 2004.
2004. So the other one was 1988 to that's a long time, to 2004. Okay. Yes. So Bistro 217, and was it just this inside part at first?
It was. It was half the size.
Okay.
That it is now.
Okay.
A small outside space. So it's evolved.
Okay. So
we've developed.
So how many people can sit inside, and then how many people sit outside now?
There's about 150 total. And then an additional, I would say, in the garden area that is seasonal, another 50 seats. So 225 with the bars.
And do you used to do a couple seatings every night?
Oh, yes. Wow. Absolutely.
Okay. And does it ever slow down for you? Do you think it's still seasonal, or do you?
I don't. I think we have a great local following, and even the following of people that have second homes here. And I've been in the industry for so long, and the restaurants are established,
right?
And they know they're going to have quality service and food.
Let me ask you. So you are running. Somebody's running Island Cafe and Deli.
Yes.
And somebody's running Bistro 217. How did y'all handle?
Yes.
How did you balance that?
Well, you have to hire qualified people. I always say, surround yourself with people that have the same passion that you do, the same love of the hospitality industry. And I'm talking about from the chefs to the service staff, even our bussers, food runners, bartenders. It's a family. It's a family.
So you had that. You had Island Cafe and Deli. You had Bistro 217.
Yes.
And you're running both of those. And then, unfortunately, Russell passed away.
He did.
What year did he pass away?
He passed away in 2013.
Okay, so and this opened in 2008, you said?
This opened in 2004.
2004, so 2013.
Yes.
So then you had to make a decision about Island Cafe and Deli, right?
I did, yes.
And so what happened there?
So after his passing, Adam and I, my business partner, we really wanted to take it over. Those walls have been in the family for a long time, and I wanted to keep it that way.
Right.
And my children, both of my children worked there in the Island Cafe and Deli. So we took over and we decided a whole new concept of Rustic Table, Southern comfort food. Adam has a background in that kind of food. So he used a lot of his mother's recipes.
Oh, wow.
And here we are. Here we are.
Well, I love his mom's cooking because I love all the food on the menu over there. So how would you describe the vibe at Rustic Table?
Oh, the brunches are so energetic and lively. It's a high volume restaurant, but very comfortable, casual, comfortable. It just feels good. It feels right.
To me, it's not like fine dining white tablecloth. It's more casual.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
and farm to table, but quality farm to table, creative.
You do have a bar area,
yes,
and you do have a big screen TV on for the
yes,
sports fans. That's great. And then how many do you seat at Rustic Table?
There's about 125, okay, and then the additional garden or uncovered patio would be another, I'd say, 45 seats.
Okay. So what year again did Rustic Table start?
2015.
2015. So
yes.
So you were running that, and you're running this. So do you have a manager for both of the different restaurants?
Multiple.
Oh, multiple. Because when Pat and I come in here to eat, and I can see you walking around, you look so calm. And I said, I don't know how she maintains that calm exterior, because there's always a lot going on all the time.
They know what they're doing, and I feel comfortable. I feel that they've got it in control.
Well, let's talk about the vibe for Bistro 217.
Sure.
So how would you describe the vibe here?
Oh, well, the courtyard is energetic, lively, great bar, newly renovated since COVID. And so that's got an energetic feel to it out there, whereas inside it's a little more quiet, more calming, I would say. But the staff has been here. We were in our 19th year now at Bistro, and some of my staff has been here all of 19 years.
How about that?
How about that?
You must be treating them well. Great job. But to me, Bistro 217 is a little bit dressier than Rustic Table.
A little bit.
A little bit more fine dining.
A little bit.
A little bit more elegant, I think.
Yes.
Just to say it like that.
Upscale.
A little bit more upscale. There you go.
Yes.
Thank you. I had forgotten to ask you about your children.
Yes.
Would you tell me about your children for just a second, please? Okay.
My son, Justin, he is my Clemson grad. He decided he was going to do his own thing. He graduated with a business degree, went all the way out to Denver, and was there for a few years, and then decided, I miss the water. I miss the place I grew up in, and always had a love for the hospitality industry. So Adam and I made him an offer to come back and work with us, and he accepted. And so now he's been here for about 4 months now.
Okay, and then your daughter?
My daughter, Lillian, she's a graduate of Ole Miss.
Hottie toddy.
A hottie toddy. And she graduated with a marketing degree. And she moved to Charleston. And she works in the marketing for a real estate firm, commercial real estate firm. So I have them both in the same state now, and I'm a very happy mom.
Do you think that Justin would come in and be part of our interview for just a second?
I believe he would.
Okay, well, we're going to go get him, and then we'll be right. We're so glad you could join us for just a little bit and tell us about about Justin. What's he doing here?
So he joined the team about 4 months ago. He is currently general manager of Rustic Table, and just came back to the hospitality industry, and I enjoy having him.
I bet you do. Where were you living?
I was living in Denver for 3 years.
Did you like it?
I did, but you know, it wasn't exactly for me. It's a great place to visit, but not a place for me to live.
So that leads me to ask you the question: what brought you back to Pawleys Island?
Pawleys Island. I missed the Southern hospitality. I missed like the close knit. I missed my mother. I missed my grandparents.
Oh, that's a great answer. I love that answer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you like to go to the beach a lot when you were young?
I like the beach, but I think mostly was the river.
The river.
Being on the boat, being with friends, hanging out. You know.
You miss home.
Yes.
So yeah, we have such a strong geographic features here with the river and the ocean and so much water, and people that come here because of that. I think it's just part of our lifestyle.
Yes.
That we come to, and it's hard to leave that.
Yeah.
Did you do anything like that out in Colorado? Were you outside much, or do anything outside here?
I did. I did some snowboarding when I was up there. I did partake in some of that. It is fun. It's just not necessarily for me, and I don't necessarily do it as much as most people do up there. I wouldn't say that it's like, I don't know. It's fun, but just wasn't for me. I would rather be on a wakeboard than a snowboard.
Good for you. Yeah, me too. Maybe. So you got the call to come back and be the manager for Rustic Table. What did you think about that?
It was scary at first.
Yeah.
I didn't really know what to expect.
Did you work in the restaurant growing up?
I did. When starting young, I worked at the Island Cafe in Delhi before it was Rustic Table.
Right.
And then I worked at Rustic Table when it first opened. So I was familiar with Rustic Table and the layout and the people that worked there. So it was, different, jumping in right at the busy time of the year. But
did you just start this year?
I did. I started in June.
So how'd it go? How'd summer go?
It went good. Maybe the first couple weeks I looked like a deer in headlights, but
did you see a lot of people that you knew?
Oh yeah, all the time.
That had to make it fun.
Yeah, it made it comforting. It's people like talk about how great the restaurants are and how good my mom is at her job. So
she is.
Yeah, she's really good.
Yeah, you probably have even more respect for her than you ever did before.
Yeah, for sure.
As you learn the business, do you feel comfortable now what you're doing?
I do. Yeah, a lot more comfortable with decision making and the process of being a manager and what it's like running the restaurant.
Working with the staff.
Yes.
Everything that the restaurant needs. Well, good. So, well, we hope you're going to stay here a long time.
Me too. I don't think I'll ever leave again.
Yeah, find yourself a wife and have a couple kids, and let's keep the restaurants going.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining us for just a little bit, Justin.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Okay. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
That was really nice of Justin to join us.
Yes.
He's so grown up. I remember when he was little, but gosh, he's a man now. Wow.
Yes.
I know you're happy to have him here
I am.
helping you with the restaurant, with Rustic Table. Okay, so the next thing I'd like to ask you is, what is the most challenging part of running your restaurants?
Good question. I would say hiring.
Yes.
The hiring pool, the quality of the staff that we need. I'm talking from the kitchen to front of the house. That is probably the most challenging.
And of all the different people I've interviewed in Pawleys Island that own restaurants or any kind of food service business, they always say that is the most challenging is your staff.
Yes.
We just don't have as many people that can work now, I guess. What do you think it is? I don't know.
Yes.
Just not enough available
correct
workers.
Yes.
But if somebody wants to come work for you right now, do you have positions open?
I do have some positions open.
Well,
absolutely.
Okay, well, good.
Interview waiting.
All right, come on in. All right, so I asked you, what was anything else that you presents challenges for you running a restaurant besides staff?
I would say mostly it's the staffing. and just management of people.
Mm-hmm.
But if you surround yourself with good quality, passionate staff, you're way ahead of the game.
What do you do internally to handle unfortunate moments that might come up in the evening? If something happens, and are you able to stay calm in those moments?
Yes. For sure.
Okay, good for you.
For sure.
I need to be better at that. So, all right. Now let's talk about what do you like and what do you love about running the restaurants?
I love the clientele.
The clientele.
Absolutely. I have been here for 30 years plus.
Gosh,
and I have customers that were mine from the Island Cafe and Deli. And
are they people who live here? Or they come in to stay there in the summertime?
Some of both. Some of both.
Can you call anybody by name?
Of course.
Okay, let me hear some of them.
Oh my goodness, you're putting me on the spot.
Can you think of any of them by name?
That don't necessarily live here?
Yeah, just anyone.
Oh well, I have pretty much all of Waverly where I live. I have Dan and Laura Stacy, Boo and Hampton Peace, Brian and Sassy Henry. The Arenases, I believe you interviewed
Kim and John
them.
Arenas, love
yes, they do, and I'm happy that they all like to dine out.
Yeah,
that is a very big compliment.
Yeah. Well, yeah, well, I know when I come here, I'm going to have something good to eat, and I don't have any dishes to clean up afterwards. So it's reassuring to know that, and I might see somebody I know too. It's just fun to be out.
For sure.
Especially, I think what we learned during COVID, it was so sad to be home alone for so long.
Yes.
Much rather be in where a lot of people are, and that's kind of half the fun of going out to eat is being where you might see some friends. That makes sense. So, and then you have a lot of summer visitors that come back every year.
Sure. They'll eat. I might see some customers at Rustic Table for brunch, and the night before I've seen them at Bistro for dinner.
Wow.
So, or they eat lunch and dinner at the restaurant on the same day.
That's got to make you feel good.
That is a true compliment. It's a true compliment for the staff and the food, the quality, all the way around.
They like the whole experience.
Yes.
That's got to make you feel good.
Sure.
You got to make you're doing something right. Yeah. So I want to ask you about your food for a little bit. Number one, how do you decide what's on each of the menus?
That's a good question. Chef Adam is very pivotal in that, in deciding.
So we're talking about Adam Kirby?
Adam Kirby, my business partner.
So he's your partner and your chef?
That's correct.
For both restaurants?
Yes, correct.
He's like your executive chef?
That is, yeah.
Okay.
And then he has multiple sous chefs beside him, just like I have multiple managers beside me.
Okay.
And there we give them free reign to create, whether it be the specials for the evening, the fresh catch, or a meat special. We just give them free reign, and they're creative, and they're not afraid to really give your taste buds an awakening. Some people say that it's, I'm in a food coma.
Oh, how about that? So let's go over to Rustic Table for just a second. Are there some menu items that are going to always be on that menu?
Oh, definitely.
Can you tell me about some of those that are always on the menu?
Oh, well, for sure. At brunch, we'll always have Eggs Benedict. We'll always have our omelets, waffles, chicken and waffles, and also the comfy. That's in a smash burger. So many people enjoy the smash burger or the gray man burger. And, gray man is indigenous to our...
That's right. Love the gray man.
Love the gray man.
One of our famous ghosts here.
Right.
So, and what are some of the items that are always on your menu at Bistro 217?
Well, we always have the filet. Probably the filet with the shrimp, Gruyere potato cake, and the Béarnaise sauce. That has been on their menu since the beginning.
Wow.
Lobster, shrimp, and scallops with the pasta. And I'm trying to think of the whole fried fish.
Yeah, I want to talk
crispy whole fried fish.
I want to talk about that. Is that like the fish that comes out with the tail and the eyes and it's fried and you have to pick on it? It's like an appetizer?
Correct. Yes.
I will never forget the first time I saw that. I was with my sister-in-law and her husband, and they ordered that, and I stared at that thing. I said, "Are you kidding me?" But my sister-in-law's husband, George, is a surgeon. He thought that was great, and he picked that fish apart just like he was operating on somebody, and it's delicious.
It is delicious.
But I think
it's a signature. It is truly a signature.
I think people are always shocked when it comes out if they've never seen it before. Do you get
yes,
great reactions from that?
Yes. It's probably the most photographed.
Absolutely. We have a picture in our house of my sister Mary Ann and her husband George, and that's sitting in front of the picture. And it's when you walk in our house, it's right there.
Right.
One of our pictures when you walk in our house. So it's definitely something to order. If you want to order that, what's it called?
The whole fried crispy fish, usually a snapper.
Okay. Is it ordered as an appetizer usually?
Sometimes people order it as their entree.
Yeah.
Or it can be shared.
It's entertaining. So if you have not been here and you haven't had that, you need to order it. I mean, it's something on a bucket list for sure, I think.
Yes.
So you always try and have fresh local products, fresh fish in here.
Absolutely. And Chef Adam now has a farm.
Oh, wow.
So he's been harvesting his vegetables for this whole year. So
I love that.
It's been wonderful.
So can we talk about Adam for just a second?
Sure.
So he's award winning.
Yes.
Can you tell me some of the awards that he's won?
He has won some awards. He was Chef Ambassador. Nikki Haley appointed him Chef Ambassador to the state of South Carolina in 2017.
Okay.
I believe there were 4 each year that are chosen.
Okay.
And he was one of them then.
How about that?
He has also competed in a couple of competitions. He's just really talented, passionate about serving quality food, creativity, and the beauty of the food, the presentation.
How did you and Adam get together? Where'd you meet him? I mean, how did you come?
We were opening up Bistro in 2004, and he moved here, and he was looking for a job.
Where did he move from?
He moved from Atlanta.
So was he trained in Atlanta?
I believe he was trained at the Western Culinary Institute in Portland, Oregon.
Well, that was great timing.
Yes.
You needed a chef, and he was looking for a job. And
That's right. And now he's my business partner.
And now he's your business partner.
That's right.
Win-win. That's so great. Now, I know I can see sometimes your specials because I can see on Instagram or Facebook, y'all will put the specials on there. And it's just my mouth starts watering. I love, oh God, I'd love to have that tonight. But I can't always come in because sometimes we have plans. But do you have any plans to expand the restaurants or do something different?
Who knows?
So you're going to leave that up in the air. Open-ended question. Okay.
Of course. Adam would say in a minute he would love to have another restaurant.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
You know, you're always thinking of a different angle. For example, let's go back to COVID. Everybody had to get real creative about how they could get their product out there. So did you offer to go meals then? Okay.
We did.
How did y'all handle that?
We closed for a few weeks, and then we reopened and did takeout curbside pickup.
Right.
And the restaurants were right on 17, so it was very easy to have that curbside pickup. And that worked for quite some time.
So that sustained you during that time?
Absolutely.
It was a scary time. It really was.
Time.
I know some small businesses that couldn't make it during that time, but I'm glad y'all found a way to keep everything going because really, I have to say, Bistro 217 and Rustic Table are part of the fabric of Pawleys Island. We need you to be open. I mean, you're just part of the. You
that's
are.
That's a good way.
Y'all are part of the. Ann Hardee is part of the lifeblood of our town, and we need you. I consider you one of our leaders of our town. So I'm glad it kept going. Okay, I'm tearing up a little bit saying that. So anyway,
thank you.
Okay, moving on. When you are not working, I mean, first of all, how many hours do you work a week?
Quite a few.
Do you ever, so if you're not working or you get a day off occasionally, what do you do?
Right. I'd love to travel.
Do you?
I love the water, just like my son. The river is my zen spot. And so I'll either be on the water or traveling.
You take time to travel?
I do.
Well, good.
Take some time off. Yes.
So is there a place you
and
haven't?
The restaurants are in good hands.
Okay, good. That's good to know. Well, you know what? You got to be able to feel that way, even if you have to step out for a second, that everything's going to be going the same. So is there a place you would like to travel that you haven't been yet?
That is a good question. Probably Greece.
Really? That's so beautiful.
My nationality is Italian and Greek.
Is it?
And I have not been there.
Okay.
So probably Greece.
Maybe
Spain.
Yeah, I'd love to go to Spain
as well. I've only been there briefly.
I'd love to go to Spain.
We were on a cruise ship just briefly, but I would love to do either one of those.
Okay. Is there any other message you'd like to give to our listeners? Anything they should know about you or about your restaurants or just anything at all?
Pawleys Island is an incredible place to be.
It is.
Sandwiched in between the Waccamaw River and the Atlantic Ocean.
And Myrtle Beach and Charleston.
That's true. That's true. A quick jaunt to Charleston. And it's a culinary haven. There's great restaurant owners and restaurants here. Brook Green Gardens. It is truly a special little slice.
It is.
Right.
Well, that's just a great segue for me to say thank you for joining us on A Slice of Pie. You're just a dear. You're an angel among all the people that live here in this town. And we hope you have much continued success.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
It's my pleasure.
Okay, bye. Back for one more segment about Rustic Table. When we finished filming yesterday, we both remembered that there were a few more things we wanted to say about Rustic Table. We had started our interview over at Bistro 217 restaurant, but now we're next door at Rustic Table. So, Anna, first of all, I want to show our listeners the restaurant. So we're sitting kind of in the front, the bar area kind of, so you can see the booths in the back, and there's even more in that doorway back there. It goes even farther, but I'm just going to pan around this way a little bit so you can see the bar. This bar with the TVs on, really cool. There's also some outdoor seating out here. I don't know if I can get there. Some outdoor seating, yeah. But anyway, so that's the front part of Rustic Table. Coming back around to you, Ann. Okay, so Ann, we talked about the menu yesterday for Rustic Table. It's more like comfort food. Is that correct? Okay. But it's not just any kind of comfort food. It's award-winning comfort food, right? Okay, so you and the restaurant have won recently some awards from the Post and Courier readers, right? So I want you to tell me a little bit about that. So one of the first one we want to talk about is which one?
Best Southern Style.
Best. Okay, let's hold that one up. Best Southern Style. Let me see if I can get closer. Okay, best. So when they talk about Southern Style, what kind of food do you think they're referring to?
Southern Style meaning
home cooked. Okay. Right. Right. Okay. Okay. So that's okay. Okay, that's awesome. Okay, the next award that Rustic Table won, shrimp and grits. Okay. So, and when I'm at home, I'm a very simple cook. I just saute some shrimp and I just throw it on top of the grits. I'm sure y'all do a little bit more than that. So, what do you think makes your shrimp and grits so special? Yep. Yep. I do know that true aficionados of shrimp and grits do put a little bit of sausage in there. So that does sound delicious. Okay. So award-winning shrimp and grits. And the last award you most recently won is Best Place for Brunch. So which days do y'all serve brunch? Saturday and Sunday from 10 a.m. to 3. And what do you include in the brunch? Okay. And of course, you have to have yeah, there you go. Oh my gosh. I think y'all serve some kind of phenomenal Bloody Mary. What is contained in the items that are the garnish? Yeah. Okra, shrimp, tomato, celery, pepper, all garnished. It's like a meal on top of a Bloody Mary. So that's included, or a mimosa, or some other kind of lovely breakfast food at the brunch, right? And those are the brunches on Saturday or Sunday from 11 to 3, 10 to 3. Wow, that's a long time. So you got you can sleep late and still make it to brunch, which is really nice. Okay, great. All right. So we've seen Bistro 217. we've seen Rustic Table. Now you have one more business that we forgot to talk about, and that is Driftwood Mercantile, which is a gift shop. Okay, do you mind if we go into Driftwood and we can take a little tour around? Okay, let's do that now. So we're out, so we've come out of Rustic Table, and right to the side you can see the Driftwood Mercantile. So Ann, will you take us in and show us through? Okay, so let's go on in. Driftwood Mercantile. 2 steps down. Very cute. I like the walls.
Thank you.
The walls.
So over here to your right, Chef Adam has designed most of these hats that you see.
Oh, let me go take a look at the hats. Okay.
Some are for Pawleys Island, some are for the restaurants,
Okay.
and some are actually for Driftwood Mercantile.
Gosh, these are great, like surfer hats.
Yes.
These are great hats just for Pawleys Island souvenirs. These would make great Christmas hats. So many different designs. I love these, Ann. Oh, some golf.
Everybody wants a little piece of Pawleys.
Yeah,
with them
you
when they
do.
visit.
Those are very cute. Love the colors too. Oh, even red, white, and blue. Okay. What else do we have?
So we have all Pawleys Island wear.
Okay, I love that. Love the color.
Hoodies.
It almost looks like comfort colors. I like the
Yes.
comfort colors.
Hoodies. And a wide variety of hoodies. Pullovers. And then we even have our gifts for children, baby.
I love the little
Toys.
children's clothes. They're so sweet. So sweet. Okay. And you have some toys too. Okay. All right, let's see some of the toys. So what do you have? You have, oh, the little.
We have our infamous 2 local authors right here, Chloe Phillips and Judy Johnson. Goodnight Pawleys and Little One, all about the hatching of the turtles.
Yes.
Loggerheads.
Shout out to Betsy Brabson. She's a dear neighbor who recently passed away, but she did so much for the sea turtles in our area. But we love Miss Flo too. Miss Flo does a lot with the children in our area. Look, I should have had that when I was growing up. Hot mess. I like that. Y'all, you know you need one of these. Oh my gosh.
So Adam and I, when we created the store, we wanted to have a gift for just about anyone.
Okay.
Whether you're a visitor or a local, a child, for your grandchildren. We do use local artisans when we can. They have made these driftwood signs and fish.
Are those for sale?
Yes, they are.
Wow, I love those. They're beautiful.
Everyone needs one in their beach house.
You do. The Pawleys Island signs. So great. Or take it back home with you to remember your trip to the beach. I love those. Wonder what those are made out of. It's wood?
He collects driftwood.
Yeah,
Yes.
driftwood.
He sure does.
Those are so cool.
Very talented.
Look at them. I even like the chandelier up there. That's kind of cool. Okay, what else you got for me?
So I also have these handmade jewelry.
Wow. Oh, with the Pawleys Island
With the
shell.
Pawleys Island shell.
Love that.
Yes.
And I've got to ask you something. If somebody's watching this that lives out of town and they would like something shipped,
We have e-com.
what is that?
We have a website where you can
You-
order.
okay, website.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And then also over here, the goat milk soap, and that's Chef Adam from Chef Adam's Farm.
Mhm.
Makes your skin feel silky smooth.
Okay.
Local artisan here, locally made jewelry.
Go ahead. Did you want to say something?
I'm gonna say another local artist here makes the Pawleys Island shell ornaments, and she did one for breast cancer awareness for the month of October.
I love that. Okay. Okay. So many different things. How do you and Adam have time to think about a gift shop when you're running 2 restaurants already? That's a lot.
Well, it has evolved.
Let's
2
talk.
years.
Let's talk about the sweetgrass
Sure.
baskets. Oh my
Yes.
goodness.
People have been asking for those, so Chef Adam acquired some for us.
And these are not inexpensive because they are they're
Genuine sweetgrass.
it's art, and they're hand woven from the ladies in Charleston. Correct. So just could you hold up one of the items and just tell us how much what they run for? Okay, so this one would be approximately how much?
It's 110.
110, yeah. So that would make a nice gift. But it's unique, and you're not going to find another one just like each one of those is unique. And the sweetgrass does come from the Charleston area too. Okay.
And then, of course, we do have our game day.
You got to have that.
Got some game
You know
day
I love that right there.
And, of course, we have our Gamecocks.
There you go. That's all right. That's all right. We love them too. All right, got some puzzles. Okay.
And yes, and then Adam and I also own Pawleys Puzzle Company.
Oh my goodness.
And so they're acrylic puzzles. So the pieces will hold up year after year.
How long have you been doing that?
We've had it for 2 years, just about 2 years now. And we use the local artists, take the pictures. I believe this is exposures. Gail Healy has done both of those.
That's it. How much do one of those puzzles run? 35. Okay, great. All right, coming back around this way. Oh, you have some little cards here.
One-stop shopping.
You really do have a lot.
You can wrap it. You can find a card. Wedding, anniversary, just a little gift from Pawleys.
More puzzles. Wow. Tell me about the oyster shells right here.
Yes, another local artisan made this as well. Pam Steiger.
Okay.
She makes them. She also makes napkin rings or wine bottle holders.
Yeah.
You could use them for just
Almost
about
anything.
Blessing beads for your doorknob.
So such a variety of different items.
And then, the Pawleys Island shell, which is just iconic. This is for your mailbox to hang on.
It's pretty. Or really, you can just put it anywhere in your house, just anywhere. Okay, and tell me about what's this. What is this right here?
The same. These are just Pawleys Island shells.
And those are sold separately, right?
They are.
Okay.
You can use them as an ornament or just as a keepsake.
Okay. There's so many different things here. You have greeting cards that you can send to people here, and these are told.
There's my right there.
Hey,
Stephanie.
Hey, Stephanie.
Couldn't do it without her.
Look at what's this little ghosty in time? Just this time for Halloween. That's cute. Okay. Well, this is beautiful. So, anything else you want to tell us about the store, Ann? Oh, what are the hours? Just tell. Okay.
The hours are Sunday.
I
should say Tuesday through Sunday.
Tuesday through
Sunday. 10 a.m. Till 7.
Okay. So it's not open on Saturday?
Yes. It's open on Saturday. Closed on Monday.
Okay, closed on Monday. So it's Tuesday through Sunday.
Yes.
Okay, cool. That's okay. Yeah, that's okay. I was the one misunderstanding. So, and 10 a.m. to about
7-ish.
Okay, so after you finish eating, you can come over here and grab something, or before, yeah. Or entertain your children. Absolutely, entertain you if you're waiting for your table. Well, this is awesome. I've never been in here since it's been this, but I will definitely make sure to come back in here, especially as we approach the holiday season, and I'm going to need some great gifts. Anyway, well, thank you so much for sharing everything, both the restaurants, all your awards, and Driftwood Mercantile. You have no time to get in trouble. Way to go. You're doing good things. Thank you. Okay, see you soon. Bye. I hope you enjoyed listening to Ann Hardee talk to us about her journey in the restaurant industry and running Bistro 217 and Rustic Table, and all the things they've done to make those two places a great dining experience. If you haven't eaten at those restaurants yet, please take time to go to either one of them. You will really enjoy it. And you'll also enjoy taking some time to go visit Driftwood Mercantile, the gift shop that's right next to Rustic Table. There's so much different merchandise in there for everyone, and a lot of great locally made products, which would be a great souvenir for you to take back home. Next week on A Slice of Pie, we will feature another great local guest that many of you know. So I know you'll enjoy listening to that one too. If you could please rate, subscribe, review our podcast. You can do it on YouTube, on Apple Podcast, Amazon Music, or Spotify. And until then, we hope you have a great week and we hope your college football team wins. See you soon.